So we stopped over here yesterday, right? We were talking about a cycle which she is playing in her head, and we talked about that it is very, 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 very sad. Now we all play these cycles in our head, and that is what brings us sadness. What are these cycles? We wake up every single day and we say we want to do something in life, but our habits and patterns don't support that. Swamiji used to say, Vato, speaking, Vichar, thinking, and then Vartan. Generally, we stop in the two mindsets. Either we speak and say we'll do this, Jai, or we think we will do this. But when all the three are in alignment, your life will start to shift. Our life is not shifting because most of the times we are either in one or two of these stages. One is speaking and the other is thinking. Now, for Sophie, it is even worse because she is speaking and thinking, and both of them are some kind of a fairy tale or imagination. And we discussed yesterday that scientists can have that, but then they work. So they speak, they think, and then they single mindedly focus on that work. The important word is single mindedly focus. And that's the same thing happening to Sophie. She is single mindedly focusing on things which are not real. What is she going to get? Unreal things. She is single mindedly focused on unrealistic stories in her head. What is she going to get? What is life going to offer her? So, in a way, life offers to us what we want to do. So, when people say, I want to do this, but I can't do it, it is actually you don't want to do it. Right? Spirituality on the side. There is a book called Drive by Daniel Pink. There's a book called Drive by Daniel Pink. Very good book. There's a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Very good book. The entire idea is that if you change your habits, you change your life. But we don't want to do that. We just want to have two things in going in our life. One is speaking, and our speaking is not aligned with what we want to do. So if you want to do something great in your life, what you should be talking about? That thing all day long. But what do we talk about all day long? Is what we focus on. We focus on whatever, the match, the next score, the food, and that is what we get. So Sophie is in a cycle, and this is a very bad cycle, right? No matter. So again, I am repeating. It is not that we should not dream high. We started the chapter with aim for the moon. If you miss, you land up in the stars. Aim for the best university, aim for the best thing for you, and if you don't get in there, you will get to a second best place, which is not bad. But just speaking about it and just thinking about it does not work. And then if you play your life in a loop, sir, I did not improve in 10th standard, I did not improve in 11th. Check. You might be like Sophie, you are going in a cycle, right? And it's like mathematics, right? If you want to come out of a cycle, right, there's a word called in mathematics called tangent. Sir, what do you know about tangents? I know a lot. You have to come out of that, and you have to have a tangential force coming out of it. Only then you come out of your cycles. And when you come out of your cycles, then you are doing something new. Right? And that is what Einstein said. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results going on in this circle is called what? Insanity. And if you go around in this circle, The momentum is there. You're moving. You think you are moving. But what is the resultant? Sir, you're talking mathematics in a literature class. The resultant is zero. And that is why we are not able to do the things. So, what is going to happen to Sophie's life if she thinks like that? Nothing is going to happen. She has a good support system, she has a good brother, she has great friend. But it is not going to help. And that is the common thing with all teenagers, and that is the idea. You want to come out of this cycle? There are two great books. I will just write them. I know you will not have time. Drive by Daniel Pink. And the other great book is actually there are two books. There is the recent one called Atomic Habits, and the old one was called The Power of Habits. Amazing books. But it is sad. Why is it sad? That we keep on telling that we want to change, but we don't want to change, and we stay where we are because the resultant force is zero. We go around in circle in our life, like Sophie. Okay? Yes? So we can read from here so that we come to know that she has been sitting at this canal thinking about him coming out of the darkness. Nobody comes. It's a story she has played in their head, in his head. After doing all of this also, she cannot come out of this thought, and this is going to be very bad for her. At least as if for now, as is how we know her life.
She climbed the crumbling steps to the street. Outside the pub she passed, her father's bicycle propped against the wall, and was glad. He would not be there when she got home.
So she believes she is wrong, and she wants to blame it on other people, that they will ask her. They will ask her. They will have expectations from her. And which is a wrong expectation. But for us, our parents do have expectations. Our parents do have expectations. They just don't tell you, but they do. And they want. And they ask for it. But again, it's up to us. Chalo. So this is a wrong idea. As if the father was waiting. When she got home, he will ask. For us, our parents wait. They long. They long for that. They have this childish longing that when will my... So sometimes they also have it wrong. When will my son get good marks or good grades, or he'll be the topper of the school, or where teachers and other people will say good things about him, and I will tell other people. So that is the wrong idea, but still they have expectations. Most of the time your parents have expectations because in the society where you live in, they will come and be able to say that, my son did good. But still, in life you have to do it for yourself. It's a good thing. Sure.
Excuse me, but aren't you Danny Casey? Coming through the arcade, she pictured him again, outside voices.
Which is the worst thing, right? We wake up every day in the morning and we say, I will get it done today. I want to do it. But then actions are not supporting. You sleep in the first class. Your actions that the previous night, the previous day don't support what you need to do today. And they work in a cycle. Your energies are not constant. They get depleted. But you let it deplete. What happens? It's not a nuclear power source. It depletes. Even nuclear reactions end. Even the sun will not stay like it is for a very long period of time. So then why study? Because we know that the soul carries the journey, and we are studying for it. And that is why the name, the motto of the school is Union of Body, Mind and... Sure.
He turns, reddening slightly. Yes, that's right.
So here it becomes very clear. Pictured him again. What is picturing? Imagination. Picture. We create silly pictures in our head. Now this makes it very clear, blatant. કે બધું જાગતા, in real life, she is dreaming and she is seeing things. Chal.
I watch you every week with my dad and my brothers. We think you are great.
Where does she watch her? On television or on the football ground? On television or on their weekly pilgrimage that they go to, football ground or the stadium, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, well now. That's very nice.
So this is the imaginary Denny Casey talking to her. Can you try talking to somebody? Imagine and then try talking. And if somebody passes by, what will they think about you? So of course, one person you can talk to. There are two people you can talk to, always, and they are the best people to talk to. And we don't talk to them. One is ourselves. You have to wake up every day in the morning and curse yourself and say, you are the person standing between me and myself to get to the goal I have. Aryan talking to Aryan. But when Aryan talks to Aryan in a wrong way, like she does, you're lost. But Nirmal has talked to Nirmal every single day and we lose that conversation. People don't have that conversation with themselves. અને એ કોન્વર્સેશનની એ જ વાત છે ગુણાતીતાન સ્વામી. હું શું કરવા આવ્યો છું અને હું શું કરી રહ્યો છું. That is the conversation a person has to have with himself, but he does not want to do it. He wants to say, give me one more book. આ નવી આવી ગઈ. You add more? You sometimes just need one quote, one word, and that is enough. And the second conversation we need to have is with God, whoever you believe in. And how do you have the conversation? You can just look and talk and say, I want to study well, I want to teach well. Can do it. Dekh lena and then start. These are the two conversations a person needs to have every single day, as soon as he comes back to senses. But we are not in senses, we are not in the present moment, and that is our biggest problem. Two conversations. Of course we need to have other conversations, but other conversations, meaningful conversations, will start when you start these two conversations. Then you will have genuine doubts. Then you will ask not for curiosity, you will ask, I don't know this, how do I do this? And that is when everything will become fruitful. Sure.
I wonder, would you mind signing an autograph? His eyes are on the same level as your own. His nose is freckled and turns upwards slightly. And when he smiles, he does so shyly, exposing teeth with gaps between.
Now all of this, what is it? Imagination. Yes or no? If you need to have goals, you can set goals and say, oh, I will get the next 10 problems done today, or I will make sure I will get these 2 pages studied and understood well. But those are not our goals. And then for her, she imagines such things. He's close, he's looking at her, she's looking at him, and all of this is an imagination. Chalo.
His eyes are green, and when he looks straight at you, they seem to shimmer.
Right. They seem to shimmer, shine. They look at you. So this paragraph, straightforward, it tells you she's trying to show herself that this imaginary Danny Casey likes her. This imaginary Danny Casey likes her. They are standing next to each other. She starts observing his nose. Then he turns upward slightly. Then he smiles. And he smiles shyly because he is talking with a girl. સમજ પડે છે? And the teeth gaps are seen when he smiles. કેટલું બધું detail છે એની પાસે. Now if the same detail, if she applies to her dreams, you know, in fashion designing or designing, when you design, so again, you don't know. Some of you are engineers and you will need design. Even people who are in biology, they design DNAs and other stuff. Design is a very important thing. With design, everything starts. With design, everything starts. And there's again a book, but again, we don't care. There's this guy who's called the father of design. His name is Dan Norman. And there's a book he has written, The Design of Everyday Things. Who do we care about all of this? We care about, just like she imagines a boy, we imagine a girl, which is stupid. I'll be very blatant. And I'm not saying don't do it, I can control that, but then that takes you away from your goal. Shimmer, shine. Why does it shine? Because you like that person. Now, all of this is imaginary. All of this is imaginary. Yes, what doubt you had? I am looking into your eye and talking, same level. I'm confident. Simple. If you don't look, sometimes people look in the eye for the wrong reasons. I look into his eye, wrong reason. But if I'm looking into the eye, I'm confident and I'm going to do the things that I'm going to do, that confidence is in the eyes. Remember, we had talked about whom? Eyes are the windows to the Enzo Ferrari. Eyes are the, and then sometimes you tell me, I am looking at you and I can tell that something has gone wrong last night or in the last few days. I can look into your eyes and tell you. Why? Because the eyes are the windows to the soul. Sir, but I can't figure that out because you are too lost in the things that you should not be lost in. You are not in the present moment. Clear? You can imagine a girl like this. I don't mind. But then if you imagine such things, you are done. And then if you are just imagining just such things, then you are more done. Because you will not be able to do the things that you are supposed to be doing. Chal.
They seem gentle, almost afraid, like a gazelles.
Dear. Now again, all of this is a imagination. Kachro che. This is all, I don't want to say this, but it is kachro. But it is necessary to have this conversation. Yes or no? Yes.
And you look away, to let his eyes run over you a little. And then you come back to find them, slightly breathless.
Simple thing. He looks at her very closely and he has interest in her. She feels. And for whom? An imaginary person. How are you going to concentrate in the world? Some people are laughing. They find interest in such things. Good. I know you're teenagers, so you may find interest in it. But this interest will take you down the drain. Take you down the drain. Chalo.
And he says, I don't seem to have a pen at all.
Today also she was not carrying a pen. Then when she went to the canal, she should have carried a pen and a paper because he was going to come. In the other class, somebody was telling me, sir, can this be real? This is the problem we all have. How can this be real? When we are understanding that this is all in his head, still people want to believe this is real. And that is why Swamiji used to say, movies are bad. Why? Not because they don't provide entertainment value. If you can see something entertaining, which is not bad for you. Suppose you see a war movie, and it's entertaining, and you see people fight, and then good movie. But do you think all these things that are shown in that war movie are also very real? No. And then anything more of unreal you see, your mind gets... Because we want to live unreal. Who does not want to get into IIT Bombay without working? If you are offered an opportunity, who does not want to in this case? I'm just naming, or Harvard or Stanford. Sir, what do you know? Mafat male to? Everybody wants to. And that's the difference between reality and fiction. And that is why people suffer. Chal.
You realize you haven't either.
Ha. So she had gone to Dene to meet him. The date was fixed. Yes, date, time, venue. Who had fixed? Even she had fixed, so she should have carried a paper. No, he was going to come. Why is she not carrying a paper? Blatant lie. All of this is stupid imagination. And teenagers have that. Mind well. The faster you get this thing out of your corrupt system, the faster you will be able to focus on the goals and do something meaningful in it. Eyes are the window to the soul. Sir, how do you understand? Just look at you and I come to know. Chalo.
My brothers will be very sorry, you say. And afterwards, you wait there alone in the arcade for a long while, standing where he stood, remembering the soft melodious voice, the shimmer of green eyes. No taller than you, no bolder than you, the prodigy, the innocent genius, the great delicacy.
Now she is talking to herself. Again, after the imagination, the holograph. In modern days, you can have a holograph. It's like a projection system, right? Somebody standing somewhere. You've not seen too much fiction or you've not read too much fiction, but I'm a fan of a fiction called Star Trek. And then maybe in the future, anybody has heard of Star Trek? No, you will not, because you are stupid. In Star Trek, it's a fictional TV series of the olden days where humanity figures out spaceships which can go on warp speed, and it can go to different universes of the world and find different civilizations. આવું બધું ના ખબર પડે. So in that, in the 1980s, 1985s, they had imagined that you can beam yourself. So beaming is a technology which we don't have yet. We might have it in the future. Beaming is a technology where you go to a special room, a chamber, you stand under a beam, and then the coordinates are sent to the beam. So I beam you here, and if you want to be in the Wankhede Stadium today, you will vanish from here and you will appear there. Human beings have imagined that. In those days, in the 1980s, this is the old time, and then after that, they've made 3 other generations of Star Trek. Actually, it's a book. They had these watches which had phones, and they had these video cameras. Imagine, and it could become possible. But do you think people thought about that and just sat and that became possible? No. And that is what we want. We want that beaming technology. Are you getting my point? What is a beaming technology? You go in a special room, there's a chamber, you stand there, the beam has the coordinates, you evaporate from there and then appear in some other place. So she is using the beaming technology over here without being invented. समझ पड़े छे? There is a common question that Swamiji asked, Guru Hari asks. Imaginations are very powerful. They are very bad. We can't go to the moon right now, can we? Sun, we don't want to go. We'll get fired up. But if you imagine and you are on the moon, you can be on the moon. But again, imaginations are very bad because it takes you away from the present moment. The only thing you have right now is that this second that is passing, this minute that is passing. This year, next year, you will not be here. The other class people will be sitting here, like every year. Some people will do the things, Krupesh, that they need to do, and some people will walk out of these classrooms with regret. Those who stand and utilize their present moments will do something for themselves. All others will walk outside the class with a regret. So beaming technology. She is imagining and now he's gone. You can imagine if you want to walk on the moon, you can walk on the moon. right now. But what do you do with walking on the moon? Sir, I am imagining the craters, and if there is water, I am scientist. Some people, they think they are just naturally born scientists, like her, fashion designer, natural. No, nobody is a natural. You have to work. Natural people also have to work. Sachin Tendulkar and Kambli. Chalo, coming back to the point. So all of this is
And she saw it all again.
all again. Again imagining. Saw it all again. Now she's standing and imagining the football ground, the football match that they saw, right? Last Saturday.
Last Saturday, saw him ghost past the lumbering defenders.
What is ghost past the lumbering defenders? We had drawn the diagram, remember? Near the penalty area, there were these two, and there was this Denny Kessie, and there was this goalkeeper, and he ghost past them and made the goal. Yes or no? Ghost means what? With speed, with agility, moved around, and goals happen in a fraction of a second, right? Yes or no? So ghost past the lumbering defenders. Lumbering means trying to stop, trying to block defenders. Heard the 50,000 catch their breath. Who are these 50,000? The people in the stadium. The people in the stadium. As he hovered momentarily, he was just like between the two defenders, hovering. That is called hovering. Momentary means in a split second. It over the ball, and then explosion of sound as he struck it crisply in the goal. Explosion of sound means people cheering, clapping, etc. Because United is going to win 2-0. It was 1-0. Then he hit the goal, it has become 2-0. And now there is no chance for the other team to win the match. They are way ahead. Sudden, it crisply into the goal. The sudden thunderous, what is thunder? Again the same. Clapping, shouting, naming the sports player. We also want that. We also want people to shout Atharva, Atharva, Atharva. That is what we want. Earth, Earth, Earth. You win, you win, you win. We want people to cheer us up. But sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader. And you can cheer yourself up to get the work done. The world's not coming. At least we have people who will cheer us up. But the world's not coming. But what do people want to do? They want to wait so that the world cheers them. Sophie wants to wait. Yes or no? Him and Geoff riding that bike and the world cheers them. How does the world? Nobody is looking. How many people are there in the world, in the universe? So many. Who's looking? And that is why you need to look at yourself and get your work done. Eruption of exultant means happy, highly elated. Approbation means approval of that idea that they have won the match, and they end it over here. Leaving Sophie still in that cycle of daydreaming, of hero worshipping, of fantasizing. What do we take from here? I don't know. The author wants us to understand that we leave from here with that idea that we as teenagers don't play such loops in our life. We start from talking to ourselves, to thinking about our goals, then putting them down every day, and making sure you get one step closer to your goal every single day. Swamiji used to say, દરરોજ એક પગલું પ્રભુ તરફ ચાલવું. કેવી રીતે ચાલે? આપણે પ્રભુ તરફ નહીં ચાલવાનું ભાઈ. મારું half chapter, half lesson, 4 pages, 5 pages. I came to know 5 chapters of physics got over. They got over in teaching. Did they get over for you? And 5 are over. Now, so it's done. It's done for the teacher. This is done for me. This chapter is done today. It's done for whom? For me. I did my duty. I got you to learn the lesson or give you the thing. I do it 10 times. I remember all of this. Who has to do it 10 times? Who has to practice? Who has to go on the ground every single day? Who has to wake up in the morning every single day? Who has to tell themselves, I don't want to do it, but I will do it today because I have to do it. And you will not find a stupid video by a black person motivating you online, or not sorry for saying a black person, anybody with the high voice and tempo. Wake up, man, do it, dude. What are you going to do if you're not going to do it? Do it, dude. Those motivation videos don't work. And if you can motivate yourself like this, then motivate yourself. Because nobody's coming for you unless you do. So, A.R. Barton, CBSE, has this amazing chapter right there. And like we have discussed, most teachers don't discuss. You keep other people in your life, again, you get what you focus on. 5 chapters done. For us, 11, so much syllabus is done. But it's done for whom? The teachers. When it will get done for you, that is something you have to decide, you have to plan. Sir, I don't plan anything. I just sit in the class passes by, snack time, snack, lunch time, lunch, sports time, sports. I am sleeping in my life. I don't have goals. I don't have dreams. I just say I have them. And sometimes I have to say that I have them because the teachers keep speaking about them every single day. So we close the class over here. We will take it from there in the next.